Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your girl JoJo, and I'm here with the review for Love After Lockup Season 6. I believe we're on episode 3, and if I have it wrong, you know I'll have it right in the description. I hope y'all are doing good today. I am doing well, trying to do better with my time. I got up early, semi-early. I got Pilates in a little bit, so I'm just having a little lazy Saturday morning, and I decided to go ahead and do my review. Now, the only thing is, y'all, I took notes on paper, and I remember ripping a sheet of paper out and saying, I'm going to put it right here so I could do my review in the morning. Y'all ask me where here is. Ask me where here. I don't know what I did with that paper. So I only have one other paper that I took notes on. The rest, I'm going to have to come up off the dome. So if I forget anything, charge it to my mind, y'all. Charge it to my mind. This whole noggin ain't what it used to be. But we are going to get started and jump right into the review. Also, this is a shameless plug for myself. Y'all follow me over on TikTok. I do short little snippets of reviews over there, and I'm trying to make sure I get back to it. So it's not my full reviews like I do over here, but I just do little clips and things. I watch a lot of different shows, but I don't necessarily review them on my channel because I don't have the time. But anytime I can jump on and make some commentary about something else I'm watching, I do. All right, we got a newbie on the show, y'all. We got us a newbie, so they're starting to introduce some of the guys. So we have Will and Courtney. Now, Will says that he met Courtney, well, not met her, but he noticed Courtney from some mugshots he was looking at on Instagram, and he thought she was cute, so he reached out, and they've been together ever since. Now, Courtney tells us that she kind of got mixed in with the wrong crowd very early in life because she was so naive and sheltered. She moved into that lifestyle very fast. So her charges include reckless endangerment. I believe she had a theft charge. Courtney's done some things in her lifetime. She said that she started dating Will because he was cute, and mainly, now the main factor was he had all his teeth, y'all. She said she had been approached by a lot of men who didn't have all their teeth. We find out during their phone call that Courtney, when she gets out on parole, she's going to have to go to the halfway house. That's not what they planned on. They planned on her coming to live with Will. But because they're not married and they're not family, she has to go to the halfway house. So Will says, what if we are married? And then there's a long pause. And Courtney is making faces as if Will can't see her on the phone, but he can see her. And she was like, yeah. Because they've talked about being married before, but maybe not as soon as she got out of prison being married. So Will goes to meet up with her mom because it's almost her release date. Actually, prior to meeting up with her mom, he actually goes and does some shopping for her. He buys her a purse. He's with one of his friends, and the friend is a little concerned for Will because Will hasn't always made the best dating choices. And so she says the purse is $200, and Will says, that's great. Put it in the bag. Will has bought everything she needed. He got the suitcase full, got bra, underwear, socks, outfits. And let me tell you, I don't know what's going to happen with Will and Courtney. But if you riding for me like this, I'm going to do my best to make this relationship work. I'm going to try. Will is not bad looking, has a good job. Okay, he's in IT, in healthcare, and seems to be a very kind person. Now, he has his own share of struggle. He said that he used to be a party guy, made a lot of bad decisions, used to do pretty much any drug that you gave him, used to do raves, and his best friend took his own life in his early 20s. And his friend was always telling him, we need to stop all of this. And so once his friend ended up passing on, he said that he wanted to honor him by doing what they said, doing what they talked about, like, we need to let this go. And so he let it go, and he's been sober ever since. So he actually is telling this story to Courtney's mom. Him and Courtney's mom are at the hotel. He brings flowers for the mother. Very, like I said, very kind guy. Courtney's mom is concerned because Will seems to be a very nice person. And it sounds like Courtney's mom knows her daughter. And she says, Will is not who she normally would go after. But I will say, I do think she would go after Will based on his past situation. Now, the Will of today, I don't know. And she just knows how her daughter can be, and she doesn't really know if this is the right time for her to be getting serious with anybody. On top of that, Will asks the mom for her hand in marriage, and her mom is like, "Wow, this is crazy." She's trying her best to be kind, but you can tell she really wants to tell Will, like, this is a bad idea. You don't need to propose to my daughter. My daughter is not ready, and I doubt that you're ready. Ready for her, anyway. He has a very nice ring to give her. What y'all think that was about? What the carrots look like on about 3, 2? I can't always eyeball it, but it look all right. It look all right. And he has plans to ask Courtney to marry him. So I don't know what's going to happen. I can't really gauge. It doesn't seem like Courtney is ready for marriage or engagement, just based on the brief conversation they had. But I think when somebody is getting out of jail and they are reacclimating to having freedom again, you kind of got to let that, let's feel it out. Let's see how it goes. And that's the problem with everybody on this show. You have been talking on the phone with this person for months. You want them to be all wrapped up in you because you have been all wrapped up in them. And they haven't had a taste of freedom in years. So, of course, your viewpoints on life are going to look very, very different. But we're going to see what happens with Will and Courtney. I'm going to try to edit this stuff out. But if y'all hear me sniffling on here, my bad. Because it's the morning time and I slept with my windows open. So y'all know how it go for my sinus and allergy people. But I just realized, I wanted to comment, I didn't realize they had a 10-year age gap. Now, I already know that's going to be a problem. Even if Courtney does like him, at 24, she may not be ready for what he's ready for. Y'all got to remember, when our brain don't even develop well until we 25. And that includes women too. I know we like to think that women, no, y'all be sometimes, but I also think women are getting dumber as the as the years go by. I don't know if we maturing again like we used to, but all that to say, your brain doesn't reach full maturity until the age of 25. And on top of that, she's been in prison for some time. So I've been told by people who've been to jail, time kind of stops for you. Even mentally, you may not grow up the same way a person on the outside that is your age grows up, because you're not dealing with the same life experiences, the same societal pressures. You're just kind of locked down. So all of that combined together, I don't think she's going to be ready. And you have to know that when you date somebody 10 years older than you. So I hope Will is ready to possibly be patient. And on top of that, you ain't going to tell me Will didn't want him a tenderoni. That's why he went to the trolling the jail streets. Okay. I wanted me to find me a cute little young thing. Okay. Not you 30 plus hoes out here. I want one of these. So he went to behind them penitentiary walls to get it. Okay, excuse me. I wanted to get into this whole situation with Savannah, Bradley, and his sister. Now, you would think the way that the sister is talking that all of this happened a long time ago. This was about 2 weeks ago when I think her name is Alyssa and Savannah got into it. So the story is Alyssa, Bradley's sister, I hope I'm saying her name right, and Savannah used to be friends, close friends. And it seems as if Savannah began to date Bradley and they were still friends, but somewhere in the midst of Bradley being gone and them still trying to hang out, these two have gotten into it. Okay. Alyssa has even let Savannah know that, you tried to make it seem like, we saw a clip of her saying, you tried to say that you were more important than our grandmother. I don't know what all that has to do with, but Bradley says his sister has been crazy for a long time. She will go off on you. She is the type of person that you would go out to the bar with and end up getting in a fight with somebody because she done cut up at the bar. So now you got to fight everybody. Bradley was to the point where he didn't even want to listen to know where he was living at. Like, this is where our relationship is. It seems their parents got divorced at a young age. And although things were kind of cohesive within the family, once the divorce happened, I don't know. It almost sounded as if his dad got the boys and the mom got the girls. And maybe they spent time together whenever, like, was somebody's weekend to do so. But either way, they kind of grew up a little bit disjointed within their relationship. Alyssa also has some mental health problems. I don't know if she's manic depressive or if she is bipolar and has manic episodes, one or the other. But she talks about herself being manic and some of the things that she does. And she realized that she is pushing everybody away. And Bradley said, that's great. Sounds like you're self-aware. So good. Maybe we can get back on track and I can tell you where I live now. But I think they need to be careful because there definitely is still some resentment there. And I noticed it when she said that when I was hanging out with Savannah, Savannah ended up going to rehab and I ended up going to jail. So it sounds a little bit like, it's giving a little bit of the tone, or you were my friend, then you started dating my brother, and then I was the odd man out. And then the things that we used to do together, I got in trouble for, and you got to go to rehab and live your cushy life. And now you are living your cushy life with my brother. And who's going to be there for me? That's a little bit of what it sounds like, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll just have to see how it goes on with their relationship. I will say Savannah's parents, like, did y'all see them paying out of her home? Like, Savannah clearly comes from a really good family that looks like they have some money. So yes, yes. Later we see, actually before this meetup, we saw Bradley meeting up with a friend named Michael. He said Michael's one of his only domesticated friends that he hasn't gotten any trouble with. But I really like that Bradley is focused on the things that matter. Like, I don't like the comment he made about Savannah's body, of course, but I do like the fact that he's ready to get to work. He's ready to rebuild his life. He wants to have a home. He wants to do things in order. He's not like the rest of these people on here and ready to get germinated or do some germination. He's ready to get his life together. He wants to make sure that him and Savannah are compatible after being sober now. I think his head is in the right place. He may not necessarily be the most affectionate or kind person, but I think to be getting out of prison, he's in the mindset of what he needs to do, and I hope he continues. He's even talking about going to truck driving school, so I think this is great. And he seems to have a good friend in Michael, so I hope he continues to lean into that. They're throwing Bradley a party. I don't think that's a good idea, because are these the same people he used to get high with and deal with? But I guess, when you getting out of jail, Black people, we know we going to have your little cookout. We going to have your little party. We going to do the things. So they going to have a party. Him and Savannah did seal the deal, if you know what I mean. And he said for him, it was about 15 seconds of the greatest moment of his life. Not really sure how Savannah felt, but he got his. So I guess he, moved all them. He cut the lights off and said, you know what, let's do this. All right, let me give you these 15 seconds of pleasure. But what did y'all think about Savannah and Bradley? If anybody makes it, it seems like it would probably be them. And that's only because his head is more so in the right space. I still think Savannah is ready to do a lot of the things, but I hope she jumps on board with him getting stuff together first. Like, let's get out your mama house and then let's discuss all of this. All right, now this was frustrating to watch, so let me get through it. So Brooke is coming to pick JK up. She's with his mama, and they are all excited. They are just all... Now, did his mama have the song when she arrived to the hotel? Okay, anyway, they pick him up. They happy. First thing they're going to go do is go get something to eat. JK is given a shirt that I think Brooke brought to him that says husband, provider, protector, and king. Baby, it ain't no bigger lies that's ever been told, because he is none of those things. He might be a king in the eyes of the Heavenly Father, perhaps, but he's none of those things that you put on that shirt. He's not a husband. He can't provide. He not protecting nothing. And I'm going to go ahead and say he's not a king. Take that shirt off of that man immediately. So they go get breakfast, and Brooke and JK are doing the most. Like, even when the mama get in the car, they feeling and grabbing on booty and picking each other up. And I'm still so shocked that not a single STD test is being run when these men are fresh out of, and women are fresh out of the penitentiary. It's just like, I mean, everybody just, and we know they going raw because they say it. So when they get to breakfast, the mama is really just trying to get JK to understand, like, I know you know better than this. I have taught you better. You have to get yourself together. You don't need to be talking about having no kids. You're not in a position to have children. And that's all Brooke can talk about. Like, I don't want to be no old mom. I don't want to be having no baby at 40. You don't need to be having a baby at 40, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38. You don't need to be having any more kids at all. You didn't learn from the fact that the other two baby daddies is not in their life, that you're not that great of a decision maker when it comes to having children. And now you about to do it again with this toothless wonder that is JK. The mama is trying to get you to understand, listen, I know my son, and really I know life. The two of y'all not ready. Y'all just now getting together. He don't need to be a father. He don't got a job. He doesn't have anywhere to live. He about to be at my house. And y'all talking about, freaking and sneaking in my home, making babies. Let me tell you something. I don't know the strength it would take to be a mother and found out a baby was created under my roof. Because I got a home. Y'all homeless. So 2 homeless people made a baby in my house. Interesting. Well, Brooke not homeless, but you know what I mean. So JK is telling his mama, like, you tripping. All right, I'm ready to be a daddy. I don't want to be no old father. Well, you should want to be a financially stable father for the children. Y'all don't ever think about what the children might want. You just think about what you want. So the mom has to get up and step away because she just cannot believe JK is about to get caught up in all this mess again. And he just pretty much like, hey, chill. Okay, I'm with Brooke. We going to do the things. We going to have a baby. I'm ready to be a father. One thing people who ain't got no goals or no financial stability going to do is they going to have unprotected sex and make a baby. All right, y'all, I'm on my way to class. So now y'all hear me moving and grooving. So let's talk about Brooklyn. Now, we actually opened up the scene with Brooklyn tearing her house to shreds. She is looking for her keys. She is tearing up the bedroom. She tearing up the living room. She tearing up purse of books and carrying on because she needs to find her things so that she can go get her man. He's supposed to be getting out at any time. And Brooklyn reminded me a lot of myself, baby. It seemed like when you got somewhere to be, that's when you lose something that is essential to you leaving your home. So she ain't able to get ready, get cute like she want to. She got to do that later. She leave out in some pants that would look like they had the Christmas or the Grinch or something on them. So she call her man and she asking him, like, what's up? When you supposed to be getting out? What's going on? And he tells her, I don't know, babe. Look like as soon as possible. So you need to come on. You need to get to me quickly. Well, Brooklyn tell him the way the morning been going, I don't know if quickly is going to be a thing for me today, but I'm on my way. So she's on her way to get her man. I guess she found some time to get cute on the road because she do end up having on a dress and some heels. Or maybe she actually had that on under the pants and she just needed to, freshen up, get her heels on so she can see her man. Well, y'all, she don't get to see her man. She actually see her man drive right past her in the pickup van. Because she ain't make it in time and they taking him to the halfway house. So she don't get to see him. He immediately goes into the halfway house. She is bummed by it. But what she does get is access to his tablet. So she dropped off some clothes for him in a bag and he brings to her some of his items, right, that she can hold. And one of them is the tablet that he had in prison. I didn't know y'all was getting tablets up in there. So she looking at the tablet and she like, who is this? Who is this big booty girl on the back of the tablet? They blurred it out. He got somebody on the back of the tablet. She looking through and seeing it looked like maybe a letter or something or some type of paperwork. So y'all know Brooklyn is outdone. Like, no. He gonna tell me who this is. So she give him a call, and I guess we're going to find out next week what he got to say. Y'all already know he going to lie, and she going to believe it because Brooklyn, if nothing else, she wants to prove everybody wrong. So she ain't going down without a fight. She is going to stay with that man, and she is going to believe the things that man say, just like the rest of the women on here, really. So, child. Okay, we pick up where we left off with Alexis and Julius. Alexis is still pouting because you rode with your friends 10 minutes up the road. You should have been riding with me. I don't care if it was just 10 minutes, 9 minutes actually. I don't care if it was 9 minutes up the road. These mother didn't come see you. I'm the one that was putting money down. I was the one that was coming to see you. You need to be concerned about me. I need to be your first priority. And that's what I was talking about earlier. You're his first priority. I mean, he's your first priority, but you're not his first priority. And that speaks volumes right there. But I already know, y'all ain't got to tell me. I know Alexis is pregnant. I found out the unfortunate news. And I know she probably sitting here watching this show gut full of baby, really looking at the fact that this man was playing her all along from the very beginning. He had no plans to be with her like that. I don't know if they're together now or not, but Julius didn't have any plans of acting right. So as soon as he get a moment, he sneak off like he got to go to the bathroom, but y'all know he calling Ashley, giving Ashley the false hope and the false promises that he coming through, he gonna see her, he gonna do all of these things. She getting him a hotel room so they can do the freaky sneakity. And again, y'all don't mind just giving your coochie up, talking about making babies tonight. Both her and Ashley, Alexis and Ashley, are talking about making babies immediately. This man just got out of prison. I know life can't be that hard. I know it can't. I know it can't. I know it can't. I know it can't, y'all. Please tell me. So Alexis gets back together with Julius. Okay, they separate from the friends, and now it's time to get to the house. So she got the electric LED tea light candles laid about, and she got her lingerie. Once again, she telling us she's had some insecurities with her body. I think that's a big part of her problem. She needs to get a love for herself, her body, flaws and all first. Because that's why she getting, oh my God. And these people are bringing children in the world. And don't y'all tell me she young, okay? She was 29. So at that point, she was probably on her way to 30. Like, you got to cut this out. And Ashley, I think, was already in her 30s. So y'all got to cut it out. So she ready. She kissing them. They about to get it in. It's about to go down. Now, before it gets to going down, he sneak off again so he can call Ashley. He telling Ashley this whole time, I'm with my mama, okay? Mama is Alexis. So, Alexis, I want you to know that's where he put you. You his mama. You his peoples. And y'all ever had a homegirl that's trying to stand on business, but you already know she getting played? So you just kind of looking at her like, child, we already know you going back to this man. Let's just go ahead. Let's have a good time tonight. And don't call us tomorrow when you back with him, all right? So Ashley is on her phone like, well, what's going on? And why can't you come see me? And you better be coming to see me tomorrow. Like, you better make me a priority. You better do this. You better take your ass out and enjoy your birthday. And then get in that bed alone and reminisce on the love you thought you had. Because he don't care about none of that. He about to get into some skins today. He tells us, the audience, he ain't really trying to leave Alexis, but he owes it to himself and owes it to Ashley to see what she about before he go full in with Alexis. So even this man in jail knows he needs to keep his options open. Now, something Julia said, it could have just been talk, but it just something I noticed. When it was time for him and Alexis to get down with the get down, he said, it's been 6 years since I've been intimate with a woman. Not 6 years since he been intimate. Did anybody, was it just me? Am I overthinking it? But I feel like you would have said, it's been 6 years since I got some, or it's been 6 years since I've been intimate. It's been 6 years since I've been intimate with a woman. I don't know. I feel like Julia's trying to prepare us if something ended up coming out. What y'all think? What y'all think about it? Anyway, Ashley, all these A's, decide I'm gonna take some sexy pictures. Okay, her friends hyping her up, and really, y'all, her friends just trying to make her feel better. It's her birthday. It ain't nothing like a man ruining your birthday. Baby, I got a story time for y'all. Oh my gosh, I done let my birthday be ruined on 2 different occasions by some guys anyway. So they trying to hype her up. They trying to make her feel better. They telling her, you gonna take these sexy pictures and we gonna send it to him, and he gonna be with whoever he with, thinking, oh my gosh, look at her, I really missed out. No, he's gonna be post-coital after getting his nut, and then he gonna come over there tomorrow and get yours. That's what's gonna happen. All right, that phone is on D&D, baby. D&D. He ain't gonna get the messages till he turn over and wake up from that slumber that he falls in. But anyway, you guys, y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode. It breaks my heart to see folks, about to bring children into this foolishness. It really does. But we gonna watch the show and we gonna comment on the show. I said already I wasn't gonna get worked up over these people. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all for the next one. And thank you for listening. Bye-bye.